Hey guys, Justin Bryant here from selfmadesuccess.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how to start a YouTube channel that makes you a living in 2018. So this is going full-time into YouTube. This is something you can do as an actual job to replace your current job, provide for your family, all that stuff. You'd be doing YouTube full-time. As somebody who's done this, I can show you a lot in this video that will help you speed up the process so it doesn't take you a few years to finally go full time on YouTube like it did for me and a lot of others. So I'm going to try to accelerate your success here. The first thing you need to do is figure out a theme for your channel that will have endless topics. The problem with a lot of YouTubers is they might make a comedy channel, they might make a tutorials channel of some sort, and then they'll just run out of stuff to talk about. So maybe, people's humor, their sense of humor might change over time. Millennials might have a completely different sense of humor than people in the 90s. So, comedy can be great. It could be great for a short time and maybe it falls off. Or you could do tutorials, but how many tutorials can you do? If you do like you know, men's fashion tutorials or something, how many different types of clothing can you really cover? I mean, how long could you do that? So I got a list here of the different types of channels I think you should look at as far as never running out of stuff to talk about. So product reviews. Let's say you start like a tech reviews channel or something like that. That could be a great way to go. There's always going to be new tech out there. You could even go more niche. You could do like, you know, phone reviews. You could do computer reviews. You could do video equipment reviews. You could do gaming reviews. Let's say you did a tutorials channel. Now, one thing that you could pretty much do forever as far as tutorials is just do coding tutorials. Different languages. You could do Python. You could do, you know, CSS. You could do C++. You could do all these different coding languages. You could show people how to make apps. You could show people how to make different programs, bots, whatever. You could show them how to code all kinds of different things, all kinds of different situations. People have been very good with makeup reviews, but I personally don't know how much content you could do with that. Maybe you could be popular for just long enough to make a few $1,000,000 and then quit and retire, but I don't know. News, you'll never run out of stuff to talk about. Compilations, just be careful. If you can do it legally without copyright problems, you're good. That's great. You'll never run out of content. People are always going to be posting videos of them doing stupid stuff or doing cool stuff. Just look at GoPro, for instance, like on their Instagram page. They have like all kinds of different images and videos of people posting snowboarding, dirt biking, doing all kinds of stuff with their camera. Movie, TV reviews, you look at one TV show, it could have 10, 15, 25 episodes in a single season. You could do a video for each episode, reviewing it, giving commentary, showing people things that maybe they didn't notice, summarizing it, etc. Movies, there's always new movies coming out, latest deals. You could help people save money. You could help people find ways to get cash back and stuff like that. Gaming, there's always going to be video games coming out. You could do all kinds of playthroughs, show people how to get good at certain games, show people how to play through certain parts of the games they might be stuck in. A vlog, you could do like a daily video of just you and your family and just have like your own little, life show where you just kind of document your life and do funny stuff or do cool stuff that people can relate to. Reality shows are pretty popular, so it could be kind of like that. So those are some ideas. I'll show you a couple of quick examples. So let's say you want to do like a reviews channel. You could do, say you type in tech reviews. So here's one right here, Marquise Brownlee. Big channel, lots of subscribers, 5.3 million subscribers, 37.5 million views over the last 30 days, something like that. That is pretty incredible. And you know, he doesn't even have to make that much money per 1,000 views to make a lot. Like, see, if he made like $1 or $1.50 per 1,000 views, he could be making $56,000 a month just from ads. So you could do tech reviews. Let's say you did, you know, gaming. So you got, you know, Vanos Gaming. Say you look at that. You know, there's all kinds of channels for all kinds of things you can look at, but you got 21 million subscribers, about 179.6 million views in the last 30 days, which is incredible. So, you know, you got all kinds of different things that you could do. You know, those are just a couple examples of channels that have had really incredible success. So do something you like, do something that you could make an impact in, that you could do something that stands out, and find something that could have a lot of topics. Next, do the math to see how much traffic you need. So if you were to want to do this full time, you need to know about how much traffic you're going to need. So let's say you make $1.50 per 1,000 views. Okay, so if you get, you know, let's say you get 500,000 views times $1, or 500,000 divided by 1,000, which of course is 500, times $1.50. So you would make $750 a month. So if you were to do like an entertainment channel, you would make like $1 or $1.50 per 1,000 views. So you would have to get a lot of traffic. You would have to be in the millions to make a real living. Now, if you were to make a lot more per 1,000 views, let's say you get to around $5 per 1,000 views, and let's say it's the same, you get 500,000 views, so it'd be $5 times 500, because it's 500,000 divided by 1,000, you would make $2,500 a month. So that is what, you know, maybe a little over minimum wage or something like that from a job, and you could probably support yourself off $2,500 a month in most places. So that just shows you the difference in, you know, if you do something like business related tutorials, stuff like that, that could be good for advertisers. You can make a lot of money from a lot less views. Now if you go full on comedy, you know, gaming and stuff like that, you're going to need millions of views. So do the math, figure out what you think you could do, and figure out your direction by doing the math and looking at the different types of channels you could do. Then you need to figure out how to be better than your competition. Okay, so as far as doing that, just look at the different ones out there. So if you wanted to do a gaming channel, look at the videos. What is he doing differently? What could you do that's better than, you know, Vanos Gaming? What could you do that's better than, you know, Marquise Brownlee's tech reviews? How could you improve on that? What could you do to, you know, maybe you could cover stuff that he doesn't cover. Maybe you could do a better presentation. Maybe you could do longer, more in-depth videos. Maybe you could do a lot of very short videos, whatever. So just look at your competition, look at the search results. You know, let's say you look at gaming and search results. You know, what's out there, what makes more sense to click on? Can you make this thumbnail better? Can you make a better title than this one? Things like that can really make you stand out. And then, of course, you need to set up your channel. And when you do that, you need to be signed in to Gmail. And when you're signed into Gmail in your browser, you need to go to youtube.com/account. And then if you are still signed into Gmail, you'll see this little icon here. It'll be your picture. You may not have a picture. It may just be like a gray outline of a person's head or something. But it'll have that little circle there with your picture and say that you're signed in. So when you're at youtube.com/account, you go to see all my channels or create a new channel. All right, and then when you do that, you end up on this page. Then you would see your other channels, and then you create a new channel. All right, so if you don't have a channel yet, you just create a new channel, you call it, you give it a name, you create it, you go through the process. It's a step-by-step process. It's not going to take a while. It's just something you got to do to set up your channel. So make sure you know the name, make sure you've done the math, make sure you know the theme, and make sure you figured out a plan to be better than your competition before you do that. Next, figure out a decent presentation based on goals and your budget. So how are you going to present your videos? Look at your competition. You have some people who stand in front of a camera and talk. Let's say, Tai Lopez, for instance. If you've ever looked at his videos, a lot of him, he's just standing in front of a camera talking, or even using his phone and talking into that. So you could do something like that. Maybe you do like a TED Talk style. You could look at TED Talks and see that people are on a stage. Obviously, you don't need a stage. You could just use a green screen maybe as your background. You could use a presentation in the background, like a PowerPoint. If you don't want to be on screen, you could do slides. You could do just showing your screen. Let's say you do coding tutorial. Most of these you're not going to see anybody in there. You're just going to see their screen, and they'll show you different ways of coding. So things like that. How are you going to present it? So let's say you want to do like something with a custom background. You'd probably need a chroma key compatible editor. So you could get something like Movie Video Editor, which is what I use to edit my videos. You could also get a green screen kit. These are very affordable. You can get them on Amazon for like $100. It'll have some light stands, the green screen, which is usually about 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall. Just depends on what you need. You could also do audio. I'm using a Focusrite Scarlett bundle. So there's a lot of different ones out there, but you could just get one on Amazon for like $200, and it'll give you much better audio than you could get from any USB mic, because you're actually using an audio interface. So you could do that. You want to have good audio no matter what you do. So at least, have decent audio. Even if you're recording from your phone, find some way to have good audio. If you want to record your screen, you could use something like Easy Video Suite. That's what I use to do all these screen shares. Easy Video Suite allows you to draw on the screen. So if I click this and I want to draw all over the screen, as you can see me doing right now, I can do that. I can erase it. I can change the color. I can, upload it straight to my desktop, or upload it straight to YouTube, or upload it straight to Easy Video Suite's website and edit it there. So it gives you a lot of marketing stuff that you can do. It's one of the more expensive ones. You could also do like Screencast-O-Matic if you need a free one. But just get the right tools and figure out what kind of presentation you're going to do by looking at other examples. Also, you need to be able to optimize headlines and thumbnails. So you'll notice that when you go to YouTube, let's say you go to, search results. What stands out to you? Usually bright colors. Like this one kind of stands out with bright colors. It has usually a little phrase on the thumbnail goes a long way, because a lot of people don't even see the title. They see the image first, the thumbnail. So it'll say like learn to code, and then they'll see the full title and decide to click on it. You know, you want to maybe have a pretty professional thumbnail. You might have your face with a crazy expression on it if you're going more for like comedy. I would recommend looking at the trending videos page. Look at the thumbnails and the titles that they use. Having a good click-through rate in search results and suggested video pages is really the big key to getting a lot more views. A lot of people overlook that, but like this one, for instance, is a great thumbnail. You got people doing crazy stuff. You have a little phrase that kind of captures your attention. People's expressions alone could make you want to click that. And it has a very kind of clickbait title. So, you know, you don't want to mislead people, but you also want to give people a reason to click. Philip DeFranco, he does another style. He does like news videos, but he's very good at getting people to click his headlines and look at his thumbnails and give his videos a chance, just because he really captures their attention. So a couple tools I would recommend, or one main one, would be TubeBuddy. So TubeBuddy is free. You can go to tubebuddy.com, or I'll have a link to all these pages in the show notes as well. But TubeBuddy allows you to have different thumbnail creation, options and stuff like that. You're in your video area. All you do is click the little TB symbol and then go to thumbnail generator. And you can make your thumbnail right here on YouTube without even leaving. So you could do a still frame from the video, a solid color, upload an image. Let's say I did a solid color. You could change the color. You could, change it to an image or something if you want. Click continue. Add layers. You could do text. You could add a picture of you doing a crazy, thing. You could upload a template if you use the same type of template every time, which a lot of people do on YouTube. So I would recommend TubeBuddy for thumbnails. And then for headlines, what makes a good headline? Like how-to videos, top 10 videos, something kind of that just captures your attention and makes you want to click. Short, powerful, creates a certain emotional response. So if you want to test your headlines for your videos, I would recommend you go to coschedule.com/headline-analyzer. So this is called the headline analyzer. You can look up headline analyzer in Google and this will come up. You copy and paste your headline here, click analyze now. You'll probably have to put in your email if you haven't already, but it's worth it because this analyzer is very helpful. I've used it many times for my headlines for blog posts and videos. It will gauge your video based on the type of headline, how long or short it is, the type of emotional response it probably creates, what types of words you're using in the headline, and things like that. So it'll help you create much better headlines by just analyzing each one that you paste in here. So that's at coschedule.com/headline-analyzer. Then you want to post videos at least every other day. You'll notice that top channels by individuals who do YouTube full time and aren't like a big giant brand like Business Insider or Entrepreneur.com or something. When you look at individuals like PewDiePie, like me, like different YouTubers, big or small channels, most of them will probably post at least every other day if they're making a living off of it. So for instance, if you were to go to, socialblade.com, you can look at the top YouTube channels and you'll notice that, like, if you look at the ones that are just like individual people, like PewDiePie, who just does a lot of videos that are funny, he posts every day. If you look at some of these other ones that are not celebrities, like obviously Justin Bieber or like Taylor Swift or somebody, they just do a new video when there's like a new song that they come out with. But for us normal people, like PewDiePie, like some of these others, gamers and people like that, there's a lot more content. You'll notice some of them have thousands of videos, some of them have hundreds of videos. I have over 500 Vanoss Gaming, I mentioned them earlier, over 600 videos. So, look into that. That will give you an idea of just looking at other top YouTubers, how often they post, because YouTube is giving more juice to YouTubers that post more often, because it keeps people coming back and it keeps things keeps their content fresh. So you want to post as often as you can without compromising your quality. So I always recommend at least every other day. Also, publish videos in the mid-afternoon of Monday through Friday and around 9 a.m. Saturday through Sunday. So, I kind of showed you a visual earlier, but, some of the best times to post on YouTube, depending on the type of channel you have, are during the week or like right at the end of the week. For me personally, being kind of a business-related channel, my best view days, my best engagement is Monday through Thursday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are a little bit lower, but that's just how it is. People want more entertainment type stuff, it seems like, on the weekends, and they want more, how do I make my life better, during weekdays. So the best time to post is mid-afternoon. Usually you could do maybe early afternoon, but usually I'd say around 3 o'clock in your time zone of most of your traffic. So if most of your traffic is in the US, you might post at 3 p.m. Eastern time or something like that. And then on Saturday and Sunday you want to post early. You post at like 9 a.m. or something like that. Usually that's what I do, about 9 a.m. You could post between 9 and 11 a.m. That seems to be the best time for weekends. So do that. You should get a better boost. You should get the most people online to see your video to give it a strong start. After that, it's really just studying your analytics. So I could go on for hours and days and weeks just talking about all the different things I've learned doing YouTube full time and sharing all that stuff with you, but that video would be extremely long and I want to break things up for you. So mainly, to just narrow it down, you need to study your analytics, and specifically you need to pay more attention to your watch time than anything else. There's a reason why when you click on your overview, when you first go to your YouTube analytics, that watch time is at the top left corner. It's the first thing you see, because YouTube is trying to tell you that that's the most important. That's what we pay you for, is watch time. Okay. By the way, as a side note, when you're doing, when you're trying to enable monetization, you might need like 10,000 views before you can enable ads, and you just do that under your channel settings. But make sure that you are studying your analytics, because you need to study what's getting above average views, what's getting below average views. There's always going to be different things that perform better than expected and perform worse than expected, because you're always going to need to experiment. So if you look at your watch time, you rank them in terms of total watch time. That is how you get paid. Your views, whether you're making money from affiliate links, from selling your own products, from ads, you need more watch time to make more money from YouTube, to be more popular on YouTube. So whatever is getting the most watch time, that's the subject, that's the style of video you need to work more on doing in the future. And whatever is doing really bad, barely getting any watch time, barely getting any engagement, maybe getting a lot of dislikes even, that's the kind of stuff you better stop doing. And you won't know what that stuff is unless you look at your analytics and look at your watch time. Okay, so pay very close attention to that. I didn't get anywhere until I started paying attention to my analytics. And last but not least, study your competition all the time. Look at the other channels. One thing I did, I basically subscribed to all the main channels that are, in the same industry as me. Not necessarily direct competition, but in the same industry, to where I can get ideas from them. Brainstorm ideas all the time. Whether you get ideas from, working, from, reading, from maybe you get some weird idea that maybe you wouldn't even think would apply to YouTube, but you got it from a movie or something. always be finding ways to get creative and come up with new ideas, because you need to always be experimenting, trying new layouts for your videos, trying new types of thumbnails, trying new ways of getting the information across, trying, should I do 3 videos of 5 minutes each, or should I do one 15-minute video? All kinds of things need to be tested to keep growing and to get to that next level. And you also need to learn as much as you can. So to kind of accelerate that whole process, just mentally working on things all the time, I have a playlist. If you go to my channel and the homepage of that and then go to playlists, you'll notice there's one for YouTube. It's just YouTube tips is all it is, and it's got over 50 videos in it already, and it's going to keep getting more. So you just click on that one and it'll start you kind of from the beginning with a good video that will give you some tips for getting subscribers, maybe. I don't know for sure if it'll always start with that specific video, but it has over 50 videos with just all kinds of YouTube tips that will help you get better results. So I recommend that playlist if you want to just kind of accelerate what you're trying to do on YouTube. Other than that, that's it for this video. If you felt like this video was helpful, please like and subscribe so I can create more videos like this for you. Also, if you want to let me know what you thought about the video or suggest that I cover something in the future, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I know others watching would love to get feedback as well, see what others think. And I'll also get the links, examples, related content, all that stuff that I mentioned in one page for you at selfmadesuccess.com, and I'll also get a link in the description to that page for you as well. So other than that, I hope the video was helpful. I hope you have success on YouTube, and I hope you have a great day.